Alright, so we're back in Terrain Builder, and I felt as if I should now teach you the controls. So welcome to part 2. My mic audio is probably still terrible, and I'm just going to go connect to Buldozer and we can see this now. Okay, so now that we're in Buldozer, I'll teach you the basic maneuver controls. So you just use your mouse, and then you hold shift to move faster. If you hold numpad 5, you can turn and move according to your mouse. Well, that's about it for the movement controls. If you press S, you can get this grid down at the bottom. Well, numpad minus and plus can zoom you in. I'm just going to press numpad minus and zoom out a bit. And also come up a bit, look down a bit. Right, now, with this, all you got to do is hold left click, and it will slowly, you're probably not seeing it, it will move the terrain up. I'll put the intensity up, and to do that, you can see the intensity on the bottom of this Buldozer window. At the moment it's 0.05. If I hold M and scroll, you can see it going up. I'm going to put it to around 60. Now that's going to go up on the green, and you can see the red, it kind of smoothens. Okay? So if you hold B, you increase the whole thing, really. If you hold N, you increase the red. So that can be really useful to use. If you really want, you can have only red. I'm not sure really what it does, but yeah, that's about it for the basic terrain controls. If you want to smooth something out, you can hold R, and it will flatten it. Like, not really flatten it, but make the thing a bit more gradual, as you can see. You can probably vaguely see. I'll just make a big lump up here. Okay, so now there's a big lump. I'm going to move to another side. Now I'm going to hold R and press it. And it's going to just smoothen it out and make it a bit more gradual. That general big bump. You can change the intensity. You can hold R, then M. You might have to do it twice and then it will work, but the intensity is going up, as you can see. If you hold Shift, then R, you can flatten it. It's slightly different to R, but it does basically the same thing. It just flattens it more. So that's all that really does. If you hold, okay, this one's the interesting one. This can come really, it can be really helpful sometimes. So I'm just gonna go to where the ocean is. So you can middle mouse click, by the way, to move your cursor. So now I'm by the ocean. One thing I can do, if I hold C, you can see the bottom's gone orange now, and I hold, or just press right click, I've now got that height saved. Now if I hold C and press left click, that height is now there. You get it? And, you know, I can smooth it out, hold Shift R, everything I need to. But I don't really want that there because I haven't got that on my actual satellite image, so it's just going to appear blue, which is why you need to edit your satellite image every single time you do a change like that. So I'm going to fix that. I'm just going to grab the elevation of the sea, hold it, right click, and flatten that out back to how it was. Press R and remove that. Yeah, so that can be very helpful sometimes. That's about it for the terrain controls so far, what I know about them. But that can be very useful for making islands and flattening them out. You can also, well, to be honest, you can change the intensity of the Shift R. You just hold Shift R, then press M. You might have to do it twice for it to register. Doesn't seem to be registering. Maybe Shift R doesn't work and you just have to do R. I'm not sure. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working, but normally you hold the keybind then M to change the intensity of it, and you scroll wheel with it. Yeah, I probably should have told you that. To change the intensity, you hold M on the keybind, and you press M. So if you just want to change your normal intensity, hold M and scroll wheel. If you want to change the smooth factor, hold R, then M, then scroll wheel. That's pretty much all you need to know about the building bits, but you can also place objects, and to do that you're going to need to make a new template library. So just going to press S to remove this. That black thing there is like your cursor. So if we add a new template, you need to add a new template to add objects. So let's say we need to take these two, find your P drive, we will find structures F. So let me find that. Structures F. Now if you just click on that, OK, import that, we have structures F. I'll just quickly teach you how to move objects and everything. So just get a random, we'll just get a church, because why not? Go back onto Buldozer. Okay, so you click on it, and you press V to place it. There's your church. And you have an arrow on top, and you press space to select and deselect. You just put your cursor in it, and you can move it around by clicking it and dragging it. Yeah, and that's about that. To move the object, you can put your cursor in the middle, hold right click and move your mouse, and it will rotate it. To scale your object, you can hold E, and you can scale it by moving your mouse, but if it gets in the red, it means it will be very buggy and probably unstable, so just keep it within the normal size, the black down at the bottom. To move it up and down, you hold W and move your mouse left to right. And just be careful where you put your cursor when you're rotating it, because if I put my cursor here, it will rotate around the cursor, if you get what I mean. So that's that. Oh, one thing also, if you want to rotate the x-axis, you hold X and you just move your mouse. There's your x-axis done. I'm going to press Ctrl Z because I don't want that rotated. If you want to do your z-axis, you hold Z and do it. Ah, that's one problem. When you hold Z, and you hold your object at the same time, it brings the object down. So a way to counteract that is to press Q, then Z at the same time. So Q and Z, now you can do it. You can rotate your Z axis. That's probably the best way to fix that issue. To copy it. Right, to copy it, you just make sure it's selected and you press C. I can copy as many as I want. If I want to copy a big amount, I can just press space to select them all. It's very buggy, I might deselect it by accident, you know, it can do all sorts of things. And press C. I can scale them, I can rotate them, do everything I want. I can deselect something by pressing space and move these now. Basically all of that stuff, you can, yeah, you can do everything to them. It's just spaces select, and you can deselect as well. You can also, if you've got a large amount to select, you can also go in here and click and drag to select. That's about it for the objects. You just gotta make sure you have your template library in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna save this, not lose my template library. I'm going to make this look a bit nicer, just slightly, something to go into in game, like something that will look nice and we can walk into and just see and look at the objects we've done. But that's about it for object placement. You can upload mods as well. If you want to upload mods, this is the best way to do it. You need PBO Manager. I'm assuming you know what PBO Manager is if you mod or if you're doing any map building of any kind. But you need to go into the mod you want. So I'm just gonna go to my Arma 3. This is general life mods. So I'm gonna go to the actual map, to be honest, Lakeside. So we have E76 buildings and all of that. So E76 buildings, you would go PBO Manager and extract to E76 buildings. Or one easy way to do it is if you go to Makero's tools. That's the updater. It's PBO extract or just PBO. I'm not sure what it's called. If I go back in here, open file location, it will definitely be somewhere here. So you need to download Makero's tools. This is the easier way to do it. So open file location, extract PBO. That's it. So you run extract PBO. you just locate the PBO directory. You say where you want it to go, so it'd have to go directly into your P drive. Basically, you need to extract the PBO into your P drive as a folder, so it can actually read the PBO and access all the P3Ds and everything. So you can select the PBO, select the destination, hit extract, and it will extract it into your P drive. So if I go into my P drive, I have all sorts of mods in there. So these are all unextracted, or they are extracted. Sorry, they're all extracted mods. So E76 objects, for example. Let me find that. Or E76 buildings. That's for the normal lakeside map. There we go. So this is just, it's got all the houses as P3Ds and everything. And to put that template there, we'll select these two. Go into our P drive again and find E76 objects. Or buildings, or whatever you're doing, really. Just anything you want to import, you need the library here or it won't work. So you can hit OK on that. It's saying something's wrong, just hit OK. Now, if I go in here, E76 buildings, I have Tower 5, because why not? So press V for Tower 5, and there we have Tower 5, because why not? You can import really anything, any mod that has a P3D, as long as it's not encrypted or obfuscated, and you can extract it, you can use it. Just make sure you extract it and put it in your P drive and add the template library. So I like that so far. You can also do that with E76 roads, but normally, yeah, you would need to do them as objects, but there's a much easier way to do it.